All right, looks like we're live. Hey y'all, Beery here with Positive Principles Training and Wellness. And today I want to welcome you to my Wellness Wednesday mini class. Before I dive in, make sure to tag a friend in the comments below so that they too can benefit from today's share. All right, it's important to note everything I share across all my platforms is doTERRA specific. If you're watching this and you use a different brand of oil, I want you to reach out to me and I will gift you a 15-minute wellness consult. That being mindful of your time and of mine. So I can share with you the why behind the products I choose to use with my family, be it my children, my husband, or my menagerie of animals. Okay, on to today's mini class. This week's topic is all about the ears. If you saw some of my reminders about this, you may have seen I said if your dog has ears, you need to be here. So, of course, all of our dogs have ears, and it's important to know how to take care of them, whether it be from a preventative side or from there's a problem and we need to knock this in the keister side. So, I often get asked what are the best oils to use for targeted support when an issue arises. And today I'm going to share with you those oils along with how to use them or how I use them with my dogs. All right. If you have a dog that needs ear support, you know it. If you're thinking, does my dog need this? That's not a bad thing either, but it's always good to be prepared. The oils I'm going to share with you can be used to target specific ear issues and can be used as part of your dog's weekly or monthly grooming routine. So I'm one of the lucky ones, I'll be honest. I use them as part of our routine. I don't have a dog with chronic problems, knock on wood somewhere, right? All right. So my first oil of choice is Basil. See if you can see that. Camera, cooperate. There we go. Basil essential oil. So this is often an overlooked oil. I do think that this oil does pack a big punch in many departments, meaning that it can be used for lots of different reasons, meaning it has lots of different properties. Most of the oils do, though. So I say it's overlooked because outside of ear support, I just don't think to grab it, honestly, but I should. And here's why. It literally has all the antis, which sadly I can't really talk about here online, but it works so well due to its high linalool content. It can be cooling to the skin, which can bring comfort to our pups' ears when they are having a problem. So, my second oil of choice is, always go backwards here, lavender, otherwise known as the Swiss Army knife of the essential oil world. That little bottle is worth its weight in gold in my book. Even though I personally am not a fan of the scent, yes, I admit it, I'm not a big lavender fan as far as the smell goes. I know some people love it. It's just not my cup of tea. But even though that's a fact, for me, I will not be without it. It has made the short list of oils that live in my purse. I have bottles in my dog bag. I definitely always travel with lavender, whether it is we're hitting the road in the RV or taking a flight somewhere, right? It's always one that's with me. There has been a ton of research done with lavender, hence why it's the Swiss Army knife of oils, right? It is also has all the antis and has been used for centuries for overall health and wellness for people and animals. The Egyptians and the Romans used it for bathing, relaxation, cooking, and as a perfume even. So it's safe to take internally as well as use topically, like in the case of for our ear support, and it is great to diffuse. Now, when diffusing, we often use it as a calming oil, but I'll share this, and I share it because it's interesting. There's a small subset of animals and people too that actually has the opposite effect on them. So instead of calming them, it actually can make them more hyper. So in dogs, I've had more lab people report this to me than any other breed. So I share because I find it interesting. So I'm curious, if you find that lavender calms your pets, put a 1 in the comments below. If it hypes them up, put a 2 in the comments below. I'm curious to see if anybody has had the opposite experience with lavender. So whether you're watching this live or recorded, play along, put a 1 or a 2, depending on what it is lavender does for your dog. All right. My third oil of choice is Helichrysum. See if that focuses. Nope, not really. Helichrysum. Now, some of you are thinking right off the bat, oh my gosh, this is a way too pricey of an oil to be using on my dog. Okay, if that's your first thought, then I have an alternative for you. I'm going to recommend using, I don't know why I can't put a bottle in front of me, geranium. There you go. So geranium is a great alternative, otherwise known as the poor man's Helichrysum. Anyhow, let's talk about Helichrysum. Shocking, I know. It also has many of the anti-properties, and it's great for flow in the body. It is great to help your dog to itch less, as are the other oils as well. So by combining these 3 oils, I put them on a cotton ball. And I personally use coconut oil as my carriers, but use your favorite carrier oil. Put that on the cotton ball first, then add drops of each of your oils and wipe out. I like to basically wipe the base of the ear, so behind the ear, like on the outside, right? And then I open the ear and I wipe out the inside. And I will wipe down into or towards the canal, but I will never, ever drop oils into the ear because that's super important. We never drop oils in the ears. You can actually do damage that way. So if I have a persistent problem, then I'll use this mix 2 times per day until my problem is resolved. In me, myself, I use it every other week or so, at least monthly. I wipe out my dog's ears. And I just use it as a preventative, and it just helps keep them fresh and clean and all the things that we want, and it keeps them from smelling yucky. So, all right, as I mentioned before, everything I share here is doTERRA specific. If you're not yet using doTERRA, reach out and let's talk about that. All right. We use oils every single day in our home for ourselves and our animals. We live happier, healthier lives for it. That's all for today. Catch you next week for my next Wellness Wednesday mini class. If you want to learn more about all that I have to offer, make sure to check out my link either above or below this post. Can't even talk anymore. All right, guys, I will see you all next week. Bye for now.